sitting outside of my house waiting for me to leave so he can pull me over for tires. Oh, big chungus going on. Well, howdy and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm excited because it is finally not raining anymore. It was raining for like 4 days straight, and it reminded me of that line in Forrest Gump where he's in Vietnam and it just wouldn't stop. That's what it was like. Fully intended to film a video over the weekend, but I couldn't. I woke up and it was pouring down rain. It was miserable in the garage, miserable outside, and nobody wants to watch a video like that. But we are back, and the BLAZER wheels and tires are here in a pile. Let me explain with some footage. It's been raining like crazy all day, and I didn't get anything done. It finally stopped about an hour ago. I have to do something. So I am going to pull the wheels and tires off the BLAZER for my buddy Bobby's truck. Like saying goodbye to the BLAZER as we currently know it anyway. And it's not gonna be forever, but I'm gonna be putting the stock wheels and tires back on, and I don't have any immediate plans to replace the aftermarket 33s. Step number one was taking the spare tire off the roof so that the BLAZER fits in the garage, and I will admit, I tried to pull it in the garage before, like when I first put the roof rack and everything on, and I totally didn't even think about the spare tire, and I did hit my garage roof. Now, luckily, it's all brick, but I can admit, I'm man enough to admit that I make mistakes, and I made a mistake. Learn from my mistakes, and I won't make it again. As for why I'm donating the BLAZER parts to Bobby's truck, well, that's because he wants to start modifying this truck, but he just got that Mustang, doesn't really have the budget for it, and tires are expensive, and you can get some decent used ones online, which is what I'll probably do to replace these, but I wanted to be nice. I mean, these are pretty much brand new, and they're exactly what he wants. He wants a 33 by 12.5, and I figured, you know, what the heck, I'm not really using the BLAZER right now, kind of been struggling with what to do with it, and I can get tires pretty much anytime, so I figured since he wants them now, and you know, he's been looking around for a while, I'll go ahead and donate them from the BLAZER. The BLAZER is an organ donor, and we'll get Bobby hooked up. And that's tough. I'm not gonna lie, that hurts a little bit to see it like that. It doesn't even look like itself. It doesn't even look like the BLAZER without its meaty chunguses on, right? I mean, oh my God, I did not think I would be this emotional, but it really just is a shell of its former self without the meats. That is unfortunate, but we'll get something new on there soon, and it'll be worth it. It's gone to a good cause. Oh my God, that is so weak. So weak. Look at the stock and then the aftermarket. Oh my God, they look so good. Picture something like this, but bigger on the Jeep, and if they ever show up, it'll look insane. I can't wait to show you guys that. I'm shooting for year 2020. They should be here by then. Boys, sadly, the BLAZER, as we know him, is no more, but I will come up with a solution soon. Also getting rid of the R888s that were for my 720S that were the wrong size. Turner is buying those. So all this is actually helping to clear out the corner I have over here. 717 wheel and tire sales. If you need a deal, hit me up. Specializing in McLarens and old beat up Chevy trucks. And that's it?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. First stop is going to be the R888s over in Hershey at John's office. I'm literally like a traveling tire salesman at this point. This is my new job. Pretty funny story from a couple days ago. So it's Mother's Day. We're visiting my mom who lives in Hershey, like downtown Hershey. And Hershey is in Derry Township, and the Derry Township police are pretty big sticklers in general when it comes to like modified vehicles, when it comes to tires sticking out and tint and all that stuff. So we're there, and I see a cop across the street sitting in a parking lot. Now keep in mind, I'm parked at my mom's house. So I'm sitting at, for all this cop knows, I'm at my own house. And he's across the street, and I can actually physically see him because I'm sitting in the truck at this time. We were getting ready to leave. And I see him like eyeing up my truck. So I just say, you know what, I'm gonna sit here, I'm not gonna move yet. And he comes out of the parking lot, across the street, into the neighborhood, and pulls up the neighborhood road and sits across from my mom's house waiting for me to leave.
It's just chilling there, waiting for us to pull out so he can get us.
I don't know if he heard my truck running, which if he had the windows up, I don't think he probably could because my truck isn't that loud and idle, but maybe he did. But either way, he pulled up and waited And we're just sitting, my girlfriend and I, we're sitting in the truck like, well, I'm not gonna leave because I know he's scouting me out. He's literally just sitting there. And we wait for like a full 5 or 6 minutes, and then he gets a call and like whips out of there and drives away real fast. But he was literally sitting outside. Now, for all he knows, again, that's my own home. So he was sitting outside of my own house, and it basically is, you know, my house, like my mom's house, whatever. He's sitting outside of my house waiting for me to leave so he can pull me over for tires. So I thought that was pretty funny and pretty, like, kind of pathetic, honestly. I mean, really, that's pretty sad. Now, I get it. If you see me out driving or something, like, you got to do your job. But, well, actually, you don't have to, because a lot of them don't care at all. But if I'm driving, that's one thing. But for all he knows, that truck, my truck, I can do whatever I want on my own property if I'm not on the road. So I feel like that was pretty wrong and pretty jacked up. Here we go. Here is the Slapter, which, yes, John is a real financial advisor with a real office. In case you ever thought we were full of it, he is legit. He knows what he's talking about. And he's coming out with a book soon, so more info on that shortly. But he's a good dude, and he's good at what he does. I feel obligated to say that because I feel like there's so many people on YouTube who pretend to be like financial people, but John really is one. Here are his R888s, and we'll load them up. I think his tailgate is probably locked because he has a fancy Raptor and he can do that. Yep, it's locked. Okay, you're gonna like them, I'm telling you. They're nice. They're brand new, never used.
Nice and sticky.
Yeah, it's a good tire.
They'll do well against the Camaro again.
I think he'll do just fine. I think, you know what I think this is, John? That's a 9-second tire.
I think it's a 9. It could be a world record tire, hopefully.
Could be. So Turner's Spider ran a 10-1 at Beaver Springs.
10-1 with a 1.76.
Yeah, with a 1.7. Dude, if you drop, oh my God, if you drop that to even like a 1.5,
that's what
you're going 9.8s.
So, and I sound like a frog because my
yeah,
freaking
John's
voice
sick
is
today.
gone. Yeah, I'm done.
If you can't, they can't even hear you.
Probably not. Oh yeah. But no, on Saturday when I was there, Lala, I was texting back and forth. That was the first pass was actually my best pass because that was the first one on the track.
Yeah.
And 10-1. I was actually surprised. I didn't think it would actually even go close to that.
No, that's awesome. 10-1's amazing. And that was, like I said, if you were at Cecil or like Atco, that 10-1 would be nice.
I was talking with Steve the day before, trying to get the funnel for the race gas. And we were joking. He's like, if you go in the low 10s, because he was asking my expectations.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, 10-3 or so, 10-2. Like, I don't know. So if you get close to that, immediately leave and go to Cecil.
Yeah. Have some time before Bobby is home and before Tire Mart is ready. So I'm thinking we bang out this Jeep cold air intake real quick. The only problem is then, you know, what do I title the video? Should it be about the Blazer or the Jeep? Because we're doing both. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it, but a Volant cold air intake. This is a company owned by Corsa. So naturally I had to try it out, and all their other stuff does great, so why wouldn't this? Easy to install, bolt-on power, on or off-road use, enhanced engine sound, improved throttle response, and a limited lifetime warranty. What's up?
The Jeep is looking good.
You think the Jeep is looking good?
I like it.
I love it.
I do, I like it.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Old intake is off. Look at that tiny, tiny little throttle body right there. That is so incredibly small. Wow, I mean, that's the smallest one I've ever seen. Now, I'm used to working with V8s, which, for example, here is the throttle body from a Z06. You can see, that's a stock one too. You can see the difference. But that is a really small throttle body and a very small intake tube as well. The tube is very, very tiny. And I mean, I guess it's, you know, it is a V6, so maybe it doesn't need a big one, but you can see why this engine doesn't get a whole lot of airflow, really. I think the cold air intake is gonna make a big, big difference on this vehicle. I really do. Looks to me like the only way this box is gonna fit in here right is just like this here. And that makes perfect sense, except for there's a little tube, an opening that faces down. This one is obviously what connects to the throttle body, but that is a little bit strange there. I'm not sure about that, but looking at the directions, that's what makes sense. And this goes on here like this. So, whatever. We're gonna reuse this factory bolt right here to hold the box in place. The little cover back on there and screw it in. Put on your rubber connector and put in the new tube. Tighten down your clamps. Reconnect your breather hose and your IAT sensor. And there you go. You can see the Volant cold air intake is installed. Super easy, took about 10 minutes. And they say it's good for about 10 to 15 horsepower. Now the last cold air intake I bought and tested, we confirmed on the dyno that it gained some real power. So hopefully this one is the same. Because let me tell you, the Jeep, out of every vehicle I've ever gotten a cold air intake for, the Jeep needs all the help it can get horsepower wise. I mean, it really needs help. You know what, 10 to 15 might not sound like a lot when you have like 600, but when you have like 150 or whatever, that's a big difference. That, ladies and gents, is the sweet sound of power. We definitely have power now. Oh yeah. Now we got power. I'll tell you what, one thing is for sure, you can really hear the intake noise a lot more. You get a nice little, kind of like a whistle to it. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the camera, but you definitely get that. So that is one thing they say it does, and I can confirm. You hear the intake noise a lot more. Look at that, sweet. Throttle is, you know, maybe a little better, but that's tough to say because it's like, you know, my mind is telling me it should be because it's supposed to be, so maybe that's why it feels like the response is a little better. Power-wise, you know, well, we'll have to try it. I haven't really gotten on it except for up that hill, but that's not a good test. So let's try it. We're going up another hill. Let's get a straightaway here. We'll hold first gear. All right, I'm ready. Now I gotta prepare myself. I gotta get back in the seat here. Foot down. Come on. Well, I don't know. I've never really done that in the Jeep before. So is it faster? We'll say a little bit. You know, we'll say a little bit. I feel like I haven't filmed in so long, you guys haven't even seen it with the roof on. I forgot to mention, yes, I now have a soft top slant back roof. Pretty cool. I put that on it. Love the way it looks. The hard top is nice, I'm not gonna lie, but this actually seals really well. It was very cold the other night and raining, and I had no issues with the soft top. It feels good, holds in the heat. Hopefully this whole speech hasn't been too bad to watch because I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm resting my hand on the steering wheel because I can't. It's hard to vlog in the Jeep because I have to shift. But anyway, the Jeep is running and driving pretty good. I like it. I like the intake. If for nothing else, the sound is nice. Now for delivery number 2. The big ones. The big chunguses. Chungai. I think it would be chungai. I think the plural of chungus would definitely be chungai because the plural of fungus is fungi. Just makes sense. All right, done deal. Steel wheels in the back. 33's attached. Spray painting them black and the Blazers black to match. Okay, as bad as that was, I couldn't resist. And I felt like it was a decent rhyme, so I went for it. I'm sorry. Bobby.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing, well, hopefully good. We'll see here. My grill's not bolted on, so that was another risk. Because you gotta take these out to take the grill off.
Yeah.
Well, it's a short drive. Like, I can get away with it.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
So, it's all right. Yeah, here's some hardware. I didn't pick that up. But we'll be okay.
It looks good. It looks really good black like that.
Does it? Yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
I like the black look a lot. Yeah.
I need to take the paint, like the painter's tape down off my...
Still got the painter's tape on there. I think you have more clearance than like a regular truck, so I think they'll fit.
I'm worried.
But it's going to be tight.
Torsion bars on this?
Yeah, we can crank them up. We're probably going to have to crank a little bit.
So I'm getting Mike's 33s.
The 33s, buddy.
Oh my God.
I'm sacrificing my Blazer for you, bud.
I appreciate it so much.
It looks like over there. Look at it.
Yeah, that looks really bad.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Sorry. On the top here, right here, it's just like totally split. The belt snapped.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So yeah, driving down the road, it's like essentially a speed bump every 5 feet.
That looks good. Yeah, it's fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Drive back home. Still got the old tranny in the back.
Why are you still carrying the transmission?
Well, hopefully getting it replaced. The Mustang takes a lot of time and money, dude.
He's just been driving around with a transmission for a month and a half. Big chungus going on.
Think they're gonna fit, dude?
Yeah, you'll be good. Ain't nothing but little babies.
The BLAZER lives on in some way.
Yeah, the BLAZER lives on. I might just get 35s for it now.
Dude, do it.
I wonder how much fender. I'd have to take my fenders completely off to get them to fit.
Make the BLAZER totally ridiculous.
There's my Steelies. All right. Steel wheels, and I think there was some type of one of these might have been rubbing the brake caliper or something a little bit, because I noticed some paint missing there. But whatever.
There you go, man.
All right. And we have a set of steel wheels. I will get new tires for these. I promise, I'll get new tires for the BLAZER really soon, because I can't stand to even look at it right now. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh yeah. Oh, the big old diesel. I love this truck. I think it's really cool because it's very rare. Wow.
Making turns and stuff, that would have ripped apart.
I don't know if it's gonna come through on camera, but it's like a giant mountain.
Dude, you gotta show it this way. Like it is like almost a quarter inch to a half inch above the rest of the.
That is awful. And it's dry rotted terribly.
Yeah, it's bad. Probably clean.
Wow, that's bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're going on, buddy.
This is gonna be insane.
Oh, that is significant. I really didn't think it would be that much bigger. That is quite a bit larger. Okay, now. Wow, that's pretty significant.
Yeah, dude, that's a big change.
See, it doesn't sound like a whole lot going from 31 to 33, but especially when it's a chunky mud tire, it's pretty big. And there's one on. It looks pretty freaking cool so far. And we'll see the finished product here in a second. All right, and here we go. And what's crazy is I don't think he's gonna have to cut. I don't think he's gonna have to cut, at least not much. He might have to cut a little, but he has way more clearance than I did. Maybe his bars are already up from the previous owner, I'm not sure, but the truck looks fantastic. All he needs now is a rear spacer to even out the back of the front. Job well done, Justin. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you. We did accomplish a lot today, even though the weather was kind of off and on. As you can tell, it is raining currently again. But the BLAZER is looking good in stock form. Not really, it looks awful. Am I going to keep returning it to stock to maybe say goodbye permanently because I have too many vehicles? Or will I turn it into some type of off-roading monster? Could be. We also installed a cold air intake on the Jeep and got the fenders put on and the roof, even though that wasn't on camera. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Take care and have a great night.